You want to see how many dolls I have?
What the fuck are you talking about?
After I play with my dolls, I hide them for safety.
Oh my gosh, this is fun. I just want you to know that this is my first podcast.
Wow.
Yes?
So
Yes.
let's document that right now.
¿Cómo es posible?
Wow.
Pregúntale. ¿Cómo es posible?
How is it possible? I mean, we see your career.
Extensive career.
You know what? There's a lot of actors out there. So I think that, there's so many people, and people like to stick with, the top of the top of the top,
No, but that's why I love this channel. Jhon. No,
Me
bravo,
too.
bravo.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, Jhon, para que empieces con fuerza, hombre.
Bueno, Angie, yo te quiero preguntar sobre Los Dolls. Los Dolls es una historia que fue de tus primeros trabajos, fue de gran importancia. Además, me parece importante porque la temática se basa en la venganza. Entonces yo te pregunto para usted no solo qué significa la venganza, sino cómo usted ha percibido la venganza en el cine, de pronto en los papeles que has interpretado, de pronto en los roles que te gustaría hacer.
Okay, this is a great question. For starting, we are going early in your career with Lost Dolls.
Yes.
And the question is, how do you describe the evolution on revenge in film? In fact, it's a great question because yesterday I saw The Norman, that is a movie about revenge. But we also want to know, did you want to keep playing these vengeful roles? I don't know, there is some kind of dream role movie that you want to play in this subject?
Oh, wow. First of all, I love the question. Let me just tell you a little bit about that film. The film is definitely about revenge. And if you're asking, how do I think revenge has evolved in any film, like films from in the past all the way to now, is that what you're talking about? Or just in that film?
I will ask Jhon. Jhon, ¿cómo ha evolucionado la venganza desde el comienzo de los cines o desde los Dolls?
Ambos.
You can tell both. In fact, something I love about this channel, we now decided that I will only translate the questions and the answers later, so you can talk freely.
Okay, wonderful. So in this film in particular, this is a sister who is looking for revenge for her sister's killer. And she finds out that this guy, he's a serial killer. And so he's killed several people. And, obviously when you love someone and in any film, it's a perfect formula. It's a perfect formula for a wonderful film, because you start out with the most innocent, people, someone innocent that gets hurt, and then someone that's going to go and avenge them, So that's what happened in this film. And I think it's really interesting nowadays, because there are films and shows like on Netflix that have come out that are very different, have very different revenge tactics. And I don't know if you've seen A Promising Young Woman, or if you've seen, what was that other one? 13 Reasons Why. There are these shows. Listen, these people got revenge after they were dead. So it's like technology has changed revenge in films because of that, and because people are so inventive. Revenge is the best formula for a film, which brings me to answer the other question. I would love to do those films. I love action. I love adventure. I love thrillers. I love that stuff. I love to be a strong woman, but also someone who's, can be vulnerable. But I mean, this is my dream. My dream is to get a part like that in a full-length movie. Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Yo creo que entendiste, ¿no? Dice que I will pass the promise, I will translate something because I know Jhon will love what you say, a little bit. Jhon, es que dice que la trama de este corto que por cierto ella le gustaría llevarlo a un largo, lo que me parecería
Sí,
increíble,
una película.
porque ella dice que quiere interpretar a esta mujer fuerte, pero también vulnerable. Es que se diferencia mucho incluso de pues de las fórmulas que hay ahorita con las venganzas. Pues ya mencionó Promising Young Woman, 13 Reasons Why, que dice que es una locura que a veces las venganzas suceden en la muerte, pero es que acá sucede que mientras ella va a vengar el secuestro de alguien cercano, ella también va a intentar salvar a las demás. Yo sí quiero verla en un rol así de grande, y dice que esa es la evolución del género.
Hola, ¿qué tal a todos? Ay, hola Angie, buenas
Hola,
noches.
Caesar.
Hola, hola.
Oh, I see myself. I see myself.
Sí, estás ahí. Bueno, un saludo a todos, estoy muy feliz de estar acá. Quiero comenzar preguntando por los cortometrajes. Angie ha aparecido en una gran cantidad de cortometrajes y quiero preguntarle qué es lo más importante al momento de grabar un cortometraje y cuál es su cortometraje favorito, si tiene algunos cortometrajes que sean bueno, que tengan algún lugar especial en su corazón.
And this is a great follow-up because, yes, Los Dolls is a short film. And Cesar wants to know, Cesar is from Mexico, and Cesar wants to know, because you had made a lot of short films, and we love short films, by the way. And sometimes we make short films, sometimes we rate short films for film festivals. What place in your heart got this genre? And any short film that you had made, what are the ones that got a special place? I think Los Dos, but if you got more short films that got a special place in your heart, go ahead. The ones that you made, no?
Okay, and you're talking about the short films,
In general, but the ones that you had made, by the way.
The ones that I have, the short films that I've made, why are they close to my heart?
Yes.
Yes.
From your career.
Yes. Well, you know, I'm gonna start this with the fact that with Lost Dolls, that was an experience for me to produce, and I did that in 2007. I think that was a long time ago. Part of being able to produce your own stuff, you know, I mean, I got to use a gun in the film. I helped cast it. You know, there was only one other gentleman in the film, but I cast that, and to hold auditions and to get into it like that, you're so invested. So that's a good thing. Lost Dolls was it's so interesting because I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if it's on the internet. I don't know if anyone was able to see it, but I had to use my little girl cousins. I had to use them in the film and take pictures of them. It was a terrible experience because it was like they were supposed to be kidnapped by this terrible serial killer. And I had to take pictures of them and I put them in the film. So that was personal to me, and it was hard. And I was crying when I did it. They thought it was a game, you know, you make it fun, but I don't know. Do you want me to stop there for a second so you can? No. Okay. So, and then if you're talking about Closure, I think I did Closure with, I played Gina in Closure. So if you want to really know a funny fact here, Closure and Quality Time, one is a comedy, one is a drama horror almost. I shot those both in one day. Shot them both in one day in someone's house. And the way I met this guy, it was through an agent of mine. We had the same agent. And this guy was a filmmaker and an actor and like a doctor, dermatologist. He was the nicest guy. We've never met. He had me come on set and do this other part. Once we met, then we did more work together and then more work together. And that's why it's like when you find a group of people that are responsible, that all have the same goal and they all have the same love, and you're invested and you're not even getting paid half the time, but you're just doing it because you know that this is going to help you in the future. It's going to give you tape. It's going to give you contacts. And he is so special to me now. I've done like 5 projects with him. So this is like all close to me. And in Quality Time, the comedy one where I was the wife and the husband, and we're like teasing each other about being on the phone and ignoring each other. He's what was I going to say? Doing that, like I don't even remember it just came right out of my head. But what was I just going to say? Oh, he let me, help him with the script. The script was right there and we were doing it. And I was like, this will be funnier and this will be something else, and like we changed it around and I got writing credit, so you can be a writer. With these short films, I think the bottom line is you can be a producer, you can be a writer, you can be a creator, you can be an actor, and you can do all of it and have these visions and you get to play with it and you get to have fun and you get to do it on your time. So that's what I think is really great about doing short films.
Wow. I don't know if I will translate all because
right?
we're gonna let you know. But no, don't worry. I will translate it later, but I will say something because they will love this data. Es que, obvio, no lo va a traducir todo porque es mucho, pero ella menciona no solo a los dolls, sí, que por cierto, ella fue la productora. Las niñas que salen en el corto son las primas y dice que cuando les tomó las fotos lloró mucho, eso le sirvió para el papel. Lo increíble es que recomienda 2 cortos, Closure y ya les digo el nombre del otro, me perdona, Quality Time. Es que es increíble porque ustedes ven muy bien que el director es Richard Handley. Y ella ha hecho 5 proyectos con él, pero es que lo increíble que es cuando el tiempo de que ellos hicieron esos cortos, él no era ni actor ni director ni nada. Era una persona que tenía, o sea, eso lo hacía de medio tiempo, en realidad creo que trabajaba de médico. Y era como que cada quien confía en el otro, o sea, como que tú escribes esta parte del guión, yo escribo esta parte del guión, hagamos comedia, hagamos drama. Y pues mira ahora las carreras, pues la carrera incluso de Richard. Dice que eso es lo que ama de los cortos, porque puedes hacer de todo e involucrarte en todos los aspectos, e incluso estos cortos lo hicieron incluso sin factor dinero. Entonces hay que tenerlos ahí. Y Jhon, si quieres quedar con un príncipe, pásale los dolls, porque dice que lleva mucho rato en no verla. Y es increíble, ¿no? Porque ella es la productora.
Bueno, voy a buscarlo cuando pueda.
Jhon will search for los dolls. And to share it, because you say that you haven't watched it in a long time.
I haven't.
By the way, I don't want to be a translator. I want to watch it. So Jhon, tell me that he will find it, and I know he will find it. Jhon,
and if not, you're welcome to email me, and I'll try to get it to you if you'd like me to do that. I just have to figure out how to get it onto the computer.
You have to find the Los Day from Los Dolls.
I know it's like a DVD. That's the thing. It's like a DVD. So
2007. Wow. Jhon, es que esto fue en el 2007. No tienen un DVD. Dice que si lo consigue no lo pasa. No te preocupes. Pero bueno, continúa.
Genialísimo.
Gracias.
De hecho, bueno, vamos a hablar sobre César, creo que tiene la complementación mía, que es General Hospital. O sea, es una historia totalmente, yo creo, es la más longeva de todas las series, si no estoy mal. Y yo quiero preguntarle sobre qué aprendiste, no solo un término médico o también una anécdota sobre dichas series, dichas participaciones. César, ¿qué tienes que me complemente?
Bueno, como en esos capítulos hay toda eso todos son misterios, hay giros de tuerca. Quiero saber cuál fue su impresión al leer el guión de los capítulos de la serie.
Well, I'm happy for translate this question for my friends because you know that in fact in Latin America we even know that General Hospital is like an institution. It's been a long time. So says Jhon wants to know, yes, is there like an anecdote? Maybe it can be an anecdote working here in this really long project. And Cesar wants to know because we know that General Hospital got a lot of twists. It's never boring. They got their twists. So yes. How do you feel when in the participations that you have made, when you read the script and you read the whole plot and crazy subjects? I don't know. Tell us about General Hospital, wherever you want.
Okay, so this is. I'm just trying to understand what you were asking. So you're talking about General Hospital. Well, you're probably asking about soap operas in general, right? Like being on a set of a soap opera, or specifically that one?
It's great that you mentioned that because when I was talking with Jhon about this interview, I was so happy because the soap opera genre, it wasn't the one that was missing in this channel. We talk about the whole genre, and I was Jhon. It's great to have Angie because soap opera is another word, man. And we haven't talked about, in Latin America, there are telenovelas, no? The telenovelas, Univision.
Right, telenovelas, yeah.
But soap opera is different. If you want to talk in general, go ahead. But if you want to talk about General Hospital, that is one of the long running, go ahead. One anecdote, but go ahead, Angie. You are free to talk.
Thank you. Well, I will tell you this. I was on General Hospital only for about 6 weeks. I wasn't on that very long. So, and I did not work in the hospital on the show. I actually was a first mate under the captain on a boat. So, where'd he go?
No, don't worry.
You're still there. Good.
It's raining here, so I'm
no worries. So I actually played I played a first mate on a boat, not and it was a whole storyline, and it was kind of nuts, and I ended up getting murdered in the storyline, and later on for the next few months on the show, they were actually talking about my character, thinking I was the one who murdered someone else. It's a soap opera, you know? And of course, like when they thought I died, I actually didn't die. And then they brought me back, which is so typical of a soap opera. And then I really, really was killed by some mafia people or something. But that was General Hospital, which I did enjoy, and it was wonderful, a great experience. But I was actually on Days of Our Lives, if you know that show, Days of Our Lives. I was on that soap opera for recurring for like 7 years. So off and on for 7 years. So I played Jackie. I didn't really have a last name. I was a barista in the coffee shop. But it ended up more and more and more, and different things would happen in there, and people are throwing away evidence in the back of the alleyway, and I was in there for that, and so there's a lot of that stuff. But soap operas are a different animal, and I know you want to know about that. So yes, you get a script, and you're like, oh my gosh, there's so many lines, and there's so much happening, and it is such a different structure because you get your stuff ahead of time. You better be ready, and you get there, and in the morning, you do your wardrobe, and then very quickly you go down to set and you block the scene. And it's like, it's like a piece of, here's your stuff, and you're just going really fast, and they're like, go over there, and you're going to stand there for that line, and you're going to stand here for this line, and they're going to do it, and then you don't even rehearse it. You just bye-bye, you go back to your room. And then you're like studying again because you're like so scared, writing it down and making sure you got your blocking right. And then when they call you down, one rehearsal. Sometimes they tape rehearsal. If you did well, moving on to the next scene. It is so fast. Like you better be on your game. So that is why I have the utmost respect for people on daytime. I don't care who you are. You could take any of those actors and stick them in a movie right now. They'll memorize 18 pages in like 25 minutes. It's amazing. So I loved being on that show. I loved it.
And I'm so happy because I really wanted to talk about soap opera on this channel. No, and you're right. I know soap opera is different to telenovela, but by the way, Salma Hayek started in telenovelas, and look what she now. Oh, I will translate faster, but I will translate. Jhon, estoy feliz que hayas hablado de eso. Y César, es muy loco porque dice que en General Hospital, es que es tan loco el guión que ella ni siquiera apareció en el hospital, sino en un barco, y era una escena extrañísima porque la matan, pero como todo en las telenovelas, o sea, ella la llama a los 7 meses, no, tu personaje no muere.
Siempre
Entonces
no.
ella como que, ¿qué? Dice que es una locura y ella también menciona Days of Our Lives, que ella sí estuvo mucho tiempo allá y es también otra telenovela larguísima, soap opera, sorry. Entonces, dicen que aquí el secreto se revela. Siempre se maneja por bloques, como que llega hasta en el guión y a veces ni siquiera se ensaya. Si no salió la toma bien, si no salió la toma bien, y es una locura y por eso dice que tiene muchísimo respeto y por eso estoy feliz porque yo le comenté a Angie, ¿no? Que faltaba hablar de soap operas acá, obviamente, ya tuvimos a Michelle Lambert, a varios actores y actrices que han estado, pero no hablamos de lleno. Dice que ella tiene mucho respeto, que por eso es que actores de telenovelas así los critiquen por las tramas loquísimas. En el cine se puede memorizar cualquier guión de una. Pues obviamente conté el ejemplo pues latino con Salma Hayek, ¿no? Ella empezó en las telenovelas, que obviamente es muy distinto. Es que estas series llevan casi 20 años, estas soap llevan como 20 años. Y que es una locura. O sea, no, continúo, pero no, yo...
pero antes, voy a compartir algo.
Jhon will share something.
They hired you.
No way.
Money back, right?
Nobody hired me to do anything.
Wait. I transferred the money in several different accounts. 1 million in each account.
Do you like little girls?
Excuse me? Yes. Little girls see me as their friend. They're drawn to me.
Fucking bastard.
Just like you're drawn to me.
I'm not drawn to you. I found you.
Little girls have the most gentle touch.
Have you ever seen this little girl before?
My touch is also very gentle. You have a picture of one of my dolls. She's so pretty.
You fucking animal.
Don't you want to see how many dolls I have?
What the fuck are you talking about?
After I play with my dolls, I hide them for safety.
Are they still alive?
I'll make you a deal. $1 million for each bullet in your gun. You're holding a gun, but I can sense you can't pull the trigger because I'm the only one who knows where they are. And their mommies are where it's said.
Tell me where they are!
The deal still holds. $1 million for each bullet.
Oh my gosh, I don't even remember. That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
Un aplauso,
No, wow, I really need to see
Bravo.
it. And acá hay un dato que se me olvidó decirlo. El actor, o sea, lo increíble es que ella hizo un casting. O sea, fueron muchísimos actores, lo consiguió. Y miren que ya este actor ya ahorita está empezando una carrera como tal. O sea, Angie, es increíble. I was telling the team that you tell me about the actor, that you made a casting. I really wanna freaking see it.
Do you want me to tell you something interesting about that? Interesting but sad. I will tell you. That gentleman, I hired him for a couple reasons. He really did do a wonderful job in the audition. In real life, he was the first person in the United States to contract anthrax back in 2001. Do you remember all that stuff? Remember when they were sending the envelopes of anthrax to, yep. He had anthrax in 2001. And the story he told me was so interesting, which, you know, in part is sometimes why you cast people for certain things. You know, he told me this amazing story. Listen, he fit the part. He fit the profile anyway for this part. But I thought that was one of the most interesting things. Like, I was like, wow. And just his story, you know, how he told it. So here's the sad part. He got through that and ended up dying in 2012 of a brain tumor. Yeah. Crazy. But I mean, just this guy, you know, he did, and he really wanted this part. And I was so happy to do that, you know, and work with him. So
Wow, that's sad, but I will tell my friends. Hay una historia triste y hermosa. Ese actor fue la primera persona en Estados Unidos en encontrar anthrax, cuando fue toda la cuestión de las cartas que envían con anthrax. Obvio que él contó eso en la audición, se hizo un buen papel, él tuvo su carrera, murió en el 2012 por un tumor en el cerebro. Pero ella dice que ese dato, o sea, le aporta otro valor más a este proyecto. Wow.
yeah, pretty
Wow.
crazy, huh?
Yes, no, I don't know, my friends,
It's hard.
chicos, no sé.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling us that. And of course,
Thank
we
you.
will make like an homage to him. In fact, this interview can be like an homage.
Yeah.
Chicos, esta entrevista es como un homenaje a él.
Claro,
Puede hacer. Listo.
anotado.
Pero continúen.
Andrés. Thank you, Angie. Bueno, también está una historia que es la verdad interesante. Yo quisiera saber por qué el encaje negro. O sea, es una historia que yo digo, cómo fue la organización de las escenas y también cómo fue el desarrollo del personaje, porque es una historia muy, muy interesante.
No, y John, le quiero preguntar, ¿saben quién lo protagoniza? Obvio. No, I was waiting that John asked for this because, in fact, I want to add something. How was the development of the Bloodstream and how was acting with Frankie Muniz? I mean, they say that they retired. I don't know. For me, I'm a big fan of Malcolm. So I really need to ask you how about working this project. And I know that in this project you work with that actor and director that you made the short film. Oh no, tell us about the Bloodstream. I'm happy that John asked about it.
Yes. So that was that was one of those films where, you know, you do these short films with someone and then they remember you and they're like, hey, here's a paying part in a movie. And I just want to cast you. I didn't have to audition for it or anything. And the movie, I don't know if you've seen the movie. It's kind of a weird psychological horror film, little supernatural. Anyway, I wasn't sure, like, how is Frankie Muniz going to be in this? Like, he's a comedic actor. Like, what's he going to do? Oh my gosh. First of all, the first day on set that I, you know, was there, nicest guy in the world. Like, so friendly, so sweet. I mean, kind of shy a little bit, but like just so nice. And, you know, he has an interest in racing cars. And my father is a race car driver. So I talked to him about the cars and we talked about that stuff. But I got to tell you, that guy did such an amazing job in a dramatic role. I could not have been more impressed. And I felt so special to be in that scene with him in one of the biggest scenes he had, which was, you know, he was trying to get out of the house. And I don't know if you saw the movie, but he's trying to get out of the house and he's got the knife in his hand and it was just like so intense. And I was just like, just watching this guy. He was so good. So I had a great time in that film. It was just fun, you know, to work with him and to be a part of that. And I actually originally had no lines in the entire film. And the reason you'll see when you see the movie why, but there's certain people who don't even have lines. And there's a point to it. But then they did insert something about before they released the film, they had me come back and do a scene. And I actually now have the last lines in the film. So.
No, es que es algo increíble porque tú sabes que la trama es muy oscura, demasiado oscura, pero que fue una locura con Frankie porque pues nadie se imaginó él haciendo este tipo de roles, pero hay algo muy genial, ¿no? Porque fue un proyecto en donde ella dice que es genial porque recuerda que ella hizo con este director pues unos cortos y que esta vez ella dice pues en tono jocoso que la llamaron para, esta vez sí le pagaron y que la escena de ella y no iba a tener diálogos y resultó estando en la escena más importante de la película con Frankie en el carro y que es una locura porque él maneja muy bien y que se la pasaban, pues como el papá de ella era un manejador, se la pasaron hablando muchísimo de carros y que no, que la persona más amable, que excelente ser humano, y pues continuamos.
Bueno, César, por favor.
Ok, bueno, yo quiero mencionar uno de los primeros trabajos de Angie. Tenía una pregunta, pero creo que mejor la cambio por esta que se me hace más interesante. Y es que en el 2010, 2008 apareció en una película que se llama The Essence of Depp. Si no estoy mal, es una comedia sobre un chico que está obsesionado con Johnny Depp, pero menciono esta película
Sí.
porque es del 2008, entonces quisiera que ella misma nos contara cómo percibe su evolución como actriz a la fecha.
Okay, we are going to talk about another project that is really, really early. You have to wait me here because I'm my internet is really, really falling.
That's okay. I can hear you.
It's called The Sense of Depp. I know it's like a crazy movie about an obsessed path with Johnny Depp. But the question from Cesar is, how do you see, and it is great to talk not only about this project, but Lost Dolls. How do you see, yes, back in the 2000s and now the progression or the evolution of the decisions that you had made as an actress? And of course, tell us about this the crazy project, because yes, the plot line is really, really crazy about this man obsessed with Johnny Depp and now talking the things that we see in the news now, no?
Okay, so basically, how do I feel from when I did that movie all the way till now? Right? Okay. Just, I mean, generally, you know, it's funny. I'll tell you things that change and things that don't change. Things that don't change, you're still nervous. People still get nervous. People still, you still have that whole thing. But then the things that do change is that you do get more comfortable. You do get more comfortable. You're like, okay, I've been on set, I've done this, I think the best experience I've had in acting have been the soap operas, doing Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, Bold and the Beautiful. I think those are very, very good it's very good training for an actor. And then, as I did other things, obviously I was on Hawaii Five-0 and I was on Revenge, and that was just amazing for me because everyone sees that, and they're like, oh my gosh, you're on this big show. And then, you just become more comfortable and you kind of figure out who you are and what you can do. What can I bring to the character? What can I bring to the role? And you know what? Everyone can. Every single person can bring something to that role. It's not like no two actors are going to do the same thing. So I think that's, you start realizing that stuff and you start realizing, hey, I can do it. I can definitely do this. And you're still nervous, but you can do it. And that's kind of how I felt with Check 24 also, which was actually a commercial campaign. But I did that overseas. And that's how you, I think, contacted me, was through my agent in Germany. So those commercials, which depicted like a sitcom atmosphere, those are huge for the training too. It was just like you had to be fast and memorize fast, and then they direct you something else, and then you do something else. And it was, we shot 10 commercials in 4 days. It's a lot. It's a lot. And you're working long, and you're just like, but you come away from something like that, and then the next thing you audition for, you're probably going to book it because you have confidence. So I think as you work, you just get more confidence. It's been a long time, because of COVID, that I've been able to do anything. So I'm hoping for some good stuff soon. But it's better when you're constantly doing it.
And I hope that big revenge movie came in your career.
Me too.
But I will not think.
Me too.
Yes.
Because that's
And,
what
and in what that project, please tell us in this channel. Let us know, okay?
Oh, yes, I will.
Bueno,
I will definitely.
César, muy buena pregunta.
Sí.
Porque dice que lo que sigue igual comparado con esos tiempos, es que ella siempre tiene nervios. Pero lo increíble, luego llegó a las soap operas, que dice que ella agradece haber estado varias, como entrenamiento, pues lo que se logró, y si son, es que son muchas, o sea, Jhon and the Restless, Hospital General, o sea, las más grandes, ¿no? Their Life. Dice que después de eso es que ella llegó a otros dos grandes proyectos, que pues obviamente Hawaii Five-O, o sea, es grandísimo, y el otro grande es Shed 24, que eso es una locura, ¿no? Porque son una serie de comerciales que se hicieron en Alemania, que eso fue porque alguien la contrató allá, pero los comerciales se hacen, o sea, es una sitcom de comerciales, es una locura y es un proyecto loquísimo. Ella dice que esa progresión es lo que le fascina, que espera que pues después del COVID, porque siempre hubo como un, y sí, se nota ahí en el IMDb, hubo como un gran lap ahí sin proyectos, de hecho desde el 2019 no está en uno, pero ella espera que siga esa progresión y lleguen buenos proyectos. Yo digo que espero llegue la película que ella desea hacer sobre venganza y que ojalá esté en el canal acá. Dijo que sí, fingers crossed, you see, we are crossing your fingers for the next big project. Bueno, Jhon, César, ¿quién sigue?
Bueno, yo creo que vamos a culminar con la última pregunta y es Murder in Love. Qué historia tan increíble. No. Yo la verdad estoy anonadado totalmente. Yo lo que quiero preguntar es, la expectativa siempre estuvo en ese año del 2019, estuvo siempre presente porque la manera en como usted analiza o describe, por ejemplo, todo lo que sucede es increíble. Yo quiero saber eso.
Jhon, ¿a qué te refieres con la expectativa? O sea, cuando ella recibió el guión,
O sea,
pues,
es decir, porque la película trata sobre de cómo ayudar a salvar una vida. Entonces, ¿esa película cree que ayuda a salvar vidas?
okay, as a final question, and a really beautiful question. And by the way, Jhon really saw the bloodstream, and I believe it because Jhon is crazy watching movies. That's why I love this channel. We are ending with Murder in Love. He saw it, and as a final, and as the premise goes of this movie, do you think that if somebody watch it can help it in a similar situation? Jhon feels that this movie can help a lot of people. Do you feel the same way?
This could, what did you say, help a lot of people, or wait, what did you say? Sorry?
Yes. Murder in Law.
Murder in Law. Oh gosh.
Yes.
Did you see it? Did you see it?
Yes, Jhon, tú la viste.
Yes,
Because
sí.
Jhon really watched I was asking, Jhon, did you really watch the Bloodstream? You said, yes. Did you really watch those dolls? Yes. No, that's why I love about this. And when Cesar tell me he saw something, I believe, and when I saw something, of course, yes, so Jhon saw it, and Jhon feel that maybe this movie can help people. And if you feel that way when you read it, when you acted, I don't know.
I think, I think this, listen, like Lifetime, that's the Lifetime channel. They do very simple movies, which is good. It's for everyone,
And never mess with Lifetime. My mother watched every day Lifetime.
Yes.
In Latin America. Love it.
Yes. I used to watch them all the time too. So when I booked one, I was like crying. I was like, I'm going to be in a Lifetime movie. Like, this is the best. So I just wish I wish I got to play the bad like murderer, but I got murdered, as you know. But I think it teaches you some stuff. I mean, I think in a kind of a funny way, I was like the bad girl cheating on my husband with the pool boy. So maybe there's a lesson there. You don't want karma to come back to you. You're going to get, maybe my husband didn't kill me, but somebody else did. Don't trust everyone. That's a good one. Wasn't she great in that? Oh, she was so great. The one that played the mother-in-law. She was tremendous. Barbara. Yeah, she was so good. Yeah, I mean, I think it's like, you talk about friendship. I mean, I think that, Kristen Dalton and I had a nice chemistry on screen. I had a good time with her. She's a wonderful actress and a wonderful person. So I had a great time with her. Yeah, I think it's a formula, it's a formula. Listen, this was a 13-day shoot. think about it. There's like not even 9 actors in the whole thing. 13 days to shoot that. It's so fast. It's a full length feature. So it was pretty amazing. So yeah, I mean, sure, all this can be real life, but it's a little dramatic. Maybe not all of it happens. Maybe you don't cut up your husband and put him in the freezer, but you know, it happens.
No, you were mentioning the actress Barbara. Barbara is the name of my mother, and that phrase "don't trust anyone." It was the phrase that my girlfriend, now a friend, always tell me, "Never trust anyone." I know what she means. Okay, I will translate, and I'm happy because we deal with all the subjects here and not the genres. So opera, Lifetime, CBT series, primetime television, short films. Wow. Jhon, es que bueno, acá hay un dato que voy a recuperar para hablar de este, ¿no? Ella dice que estos 2 cortos, los que los mencionados previos, los grabó un día, pero esta película la grabó en 15 días. O sea, sí, es una película de Lifetime, pero no porque sea de Lifetime, no significa que sea una gran producción. Es más, ella dice que es una locura, que ella le hubiera gustado ser, y yo sé que tú opinas un poco lo mismo, ya le hubiera gustado ser la asesina, ¿sabes?
Sí.
Ella es la asesinada. Yes, I'm telling Jhon that you wanna play the murderer the next time, not the murdered one, but the murderer. But Jhon dice que incluso yo le dije que es maliento, neuroma, no te metas con Lifetime. Mamá ve todos los días dice que ella siempre quiso estar en un proyecto de Lifetime. Ella también ve todos los días. Dice que lo que tal vez puede enseñarle a la gente es, pues sí, lo del karma. Sabes muy bien que lamentablemente, pues así suene feo, ella merecía lo que le pasó, no vamos a hacer spoiler. O sea, si tú estás engañando a tu esposo con el chico guapo de que limpia la piscina, Jhon saw it. Jhon is giving you the reason with the thing that you say, that the karma sometimes is, you know. Yes, no. My mom is crazy every time that watch the movie. She races for the protagonist, and she was, "Oh, you have to see it. You have to." No, but I really like what you said. There are full-length movies. I mean, they got really cool cinematography values, editing. Oh, I love that. Bueno, I will continue translating. Chicos, y pues un dato buenísimo. Lo bueno es que ella logró una buena química, pues con Kirsten Dalton, con Barbara Williams. Y acá hay un dato buenísimo, apenas mencionó a Kirsten. Kirsten Dalton apareció en Steel Rain 2 y obviamente nosotros hablamos con Michael Davis hace poco. Entonces, mira esas transiciones tan buenas, ¿no? Y estoy feliz pues porque, hombre, hoy tratamos, o sea, mira que tratamos todos los géneros, cortometrajes, soap opera, series, grandes series, a Wi-Fi. Mire que no sabía eso de los comerciales y tratamos incluso, bueno, un tema bello y Lifetime, ¿no? Yo estoy feliz.
Vamos
que
a darle un fuerte aplauso.
Oh, bravo. I was telling Jhon that
Bravo,
I'm so
bravo.
happy that, and when he told me that we are going to interview you, I was like, yes. And now I'm really just no. And César, I will tell César that this is your first interview. César, ¿sabes qué es lo más increíble? Primera entrevista que ya en general.
Ok.
Y es una grande.
Excelente. Sí.
Para terminar, yo no me la creo aún. O sea, yo creo que Linda me troleó. Me troleó porque, o sea, porque yo dije, pero usted nos dice que es la primera entrevista. ¿Cómo es posible?
Con la carrerota que tiene.
And it's really, it's real what my friends are saying. I wasn't lying you. And we're happy. And please always remember us as your first interview because they were like, Jhon felt that your agent like mock us because what? No, but that's the first interview. I mean, you got an amazing career. You will still having an amazing career. Thank you, Angie, for being here. Really.
My pleasure.
Oh my gosh, thank you. And Andres, you deserve clapping. I don't know how you remember everything I'm saying and then tell them, and then you listen to them, and then you tell me. And I'm so impressed. You need to be an actor because you memorize very well.
Sí, amigos. Ahí está, la sugerencia de una grande.
Thank you.
Grande.
No,
seriously, so impressed. So
oh
impressed.
my God. I will. Jhon, I will tell Jhon that send me that part of the interview telling me that. Jhon, tienes que enviarme la parte donde la gran Angie me felicita. No, Andy, and it's, thank you, because I learned English by my own. I mean, I still remember my English teachers, but I learned English by my own. And the fact I only got an answer. I really love this channel. I really love the opportunity that John gave me and Caesar. And I really love movies. And now I feel so blessed that the thing that you tell me. So I will keep it and I will upload it. The thing that you say me in my social media. And by the way, I start acting like in theater projects and small short films in my city. But if you tell me that I need to do it for my memory, I will consider it. Chicos, ¿qué
Very
dicen?
good. Yes.
¿Qué?
That's
Angie me dijo que meta la actuación, ¿será?
Por
Ella lo dice.
supuesto.
If you
Pues
say
sí.
it, I
Ya estaba
will do it.
tardando.
You're Angie. No, I will. Like the final. Okay, as a final, the camera is yours. Say a big hi to the channel, to Colombia, to wherever you want, to Mexico. Invite people to follow your social media. And if you wanna say something about the next project, go ahead. The camera is yours, Angie.
Oh my gosh. Well, I appreciate people that appreciate art and that appreciate actors and that appreciate people that are still working hard to become known. And thank you so much, Jhon and Andres and Caesar and you guys, I mean, just people are going to remember you. We'll put it that way. So thank you so much. I'd like to take a picture. Can I take a picture of all of us? Yeah, I'm gonna do one of these. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Awesome.
We don't
Yo
got
también la
the
tomé.
beautiful-
See, I
we don't
gotta
got that
have
beautiful
that.
smile. We don't got the beautiful smile that you got, but thank you. In fact, John also take the picture. John, ya te la foto final.
Ya la tomé, ya la tomé.
Oh my gosh, you guys look so cute.
Esa será. Thank you, thank you, thank
I'll
you.
send it on the email. I'll send it on email.
Thank John, que te la enviar al email. Thank
Oh,
you.
sí. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I really appreciate all the questions. I will say one more thing. You have inspired me. I want to say that you've inspired me to, continue to do what I'm doing, because wow, if I can make anybody laugh or smile or cry or do anything, I love to make people feel something. So thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
Please continue. And when you keep doing interviews with projects, please remember us. Always remember us.
I
You're
will.
amazing. No,
Just
chicos,
like
decir,
John, how do I say it? Jhon Jatenjor?
John, yes. Oh, you pronounce it right. All
Oh,
the guests.
I did?
Never. Yes, please. In fact, if you can do us a favor that invite people to watch this channel, Jhon Jatenjor interviews, it will be the best.
Jhon Jatenjor.
So, go ahead.
Okay. You got to watch this, guys. You got to watch these guys. They are so impressive. Jhon Jatenjor interviews.
John, primera vez que alguien lo pronunció bien. Finally, somebody nailed it. Wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Angie. You're
thank
amazing.
you so much.
Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
God bless you.
No, our pleasure. Bye bye. We love you.
Bye.